You've been hearing a lot about infrastructure lately, with the Biden administration proposing massive spending on that item, and you're going to be hearing about it a lot more. Here's why something has to be done. First off, infrastructure is not, and for a long time has not been, a flashy thing for lawmakers to champion. A lot of it, like the water and sewer mains or the electrical grid, is simply unseen by taxpayers. So, even though they use it every day, they understandably take it for granted. They expect the lights are going to come on, water will always flow from the tap, and the nasty stuff can be flushed down the drain safely. All this has led to neglect and decay of these vital parts of our everyday lives. Back in March, the American Society of Civil Engineers issued its annual Infrastructure Report Card. After a lot of study and thought, they issued a mediocre C grade for the condition of these vital parts of how we get through every day. Now, that grade is a slight improvement over the D+ this outfit issued in 2017, but the engineers point out a large part of the improvement is thanks to state and local governments using high tech to pinpoint water main leaks and get them fixed quickly. You should also know that of the 17 categories used to develop this report, 11 were in the D range, indicating a significant deterioration with a strong risk of failure. This included public transit, stormwater infrastructure, airports, and roads and highways, which make up the biggest chunk of U.S. infrastructure spending. 4 areas got Cs: bridges, which dropped from C+ to C in 2021, energy, drinking water, and solid waste. There were only 2 areas, ports and rail, that scored higher, with a B- and a B, respectively. The Society estimates it would cost $5.9 trillion over the next decade to bring roads, bridges, and airports to a safe and sustainable level. And that is about $2.6 trillion more than what the government and private sector are already spending. Why should you care about something this arcane? Because cities and states have no choice but to pass on to taxpayers the cost of fixing things like roads and bridges. Another example of the impact of crumbling infrastructure on you is the damage driving over potholed roads does to your car's wheels, tires, and suspension. The constant banging and bumping shortens the life of those parts, and you've got to replace them. The time for action is at hand. It remains to be seen whether lawmakers in Washington will do what needs to be done to improve that report card on infrastructure and get it to a more acceptable B. But at this stage, inaction is simply not an option.